Somebody, when I was asking for topics, gave an idea that it's sure to have limited appeal, but it appeals to me because it's rather self-indulgent. I've done a video by that description recently, I believe. But they said, how to play different Fantastic Boom songs. And so I was like, yeah, cool. So let's just go over all the ones with distinctive guitar stuff in order. Starting with 2019's hit sensation, How to Build a Hole. How to Build a Hole, since it's a brand name there, I should enunciate clearly. Fantasticboom, How to Build a Hole. I can't talk anymore. Whatever. You know what it's called. How to Build a Hole. Sound of Cutting Ties isn't really a guitar thing. It's actually, it's reverbs from two different songs, but in particular, most of what you're hearing is the reverb from Gabby. Backwards, or part of it backwards, and then I run it through some stuff. Later when I do this series where I'll get into way deep into each song and show you weird parts and that are hidden, and just how I did some stuff and what parts mean, maybe. I haven't decided about that because there's a couple of songs, honestly, that it's like I don't know if I want to tell you exactly what they mean, but we'll see. Anyway, Sound of Cutting Ties is some oddity. Gabby. It's an A flat, so we got a 4 5 4 6 5 4 6 5 4 the whole verse. What you're hearing is a pog, an octave up only, or you can use a TC sub and up, or I think there's another device that uses it. Right now, what I've got on here is the sub and up because it's smaller. I know pog makes a small one. Blah blah blah. But this is a sound you hear me use a ton, and I think people don't use the pog the way I'm using it because they want to make big organ sounds and stuff, and I use it. Right, I use it for solo. I use it for just for big lead stuff most of the time. So and also I don't have any dry signal in it, right? So the other thing with it, it's not even tracking. It's just I don't know how it works. Somebody explained it once, but anyway, Gabby is the pog octave up only into a mid-fi sub and up, mid-fi electronics. Sorry, too distorted. There we go. All right, so a little bleep, especially with the stereo delay. It's really cool. I haven't sung in a while. Anyway, and then you just learn the chords from there, but that's about it. Oh, you know what? There is a cool. I think this lick is kind of cool. So it's like I'm thinking the chords are E flat, D flat. So 5, 4, going into the chorus. So. You're like a brother, tell me all the things I never knew. And then, you're like a sister, tell me what it was to say to you. 2. Look, anytime you want, I think I may have mentioned this before, anytime, when you're writing and a 4 is growing old and you want a little different flavor, replace it with a 2. You can do so with impunity. A 5 you can replace with a 3 generally. Well, all the time. It's such a different flavor though. A 1 with a 6. Right? You can always replace down 2 scale degrees. So like so it's the same lick, but the bass is playing too. What I know by 4 2, 1, 6, 5, 4. Anyway, that's about it. Are there any other licks in that? I don't think so. Oh, there's this. I've carefully tuned an acoustics notes here, and Jace Lasik, Besner Lakes, you should check him out. He mic'd it for me, and I like that. That sounds in the chorus. There's a couple of different tunings of that. Anyway, anything else in that? I don't think so. Thought I Could Save You. Thought I Could Save You is a source of some agony for me. I'll show you. If I wish I could show you the song. There's a song by a band called Aloha, a very underrated band called Aloha. They seem to be off the face of the planet now or something, but they're really nice. They have an album called Homemakers. There's a song called Moonless March, and I Thought I Could Save You it was like a watch this. I'll show you what it sounded like at first. All right, this is no crap. This is the original demo of this tune. I was and I didn't have the next part. It didn't have the what key are we on now? Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Later, I made a slower song. I decided, I'm going to borrow Radiohead's drums for this, and I put my song in the key of Radiohead. The drums on the beginning of There are very tuned. I had my new slower version of this song I had written over Moonless March's drums anyway, that's the Aloha song, Moonless March. And just didn't pay close enough attention to the fact that my song was starting to sound like I might have been ripping off There. And in retrospect, I would not have done that. So anyway, I'm happy with the song. There's an accidental kind of similarity there. Not the least of which is the chord progression isn't completely dissimilar. So anyway, yeah, that's the one part of the Fantasticboom catalog where it's like, I kind of wish I hadn't done that, but I wish I had found some other drums. I suck at programming drums, so back then in particular I was trying to find sounds that I could just copy and paste into my own songs. And anyway, that's how it was Moonless March at first, and then anyway, but I Thought I Could Save You. So it's like B minor 7. That's really a G sus, G major 7 sus 2 over B. Some people will object to that. I think it's anyway. And then like an A7 sus. Then it's a G major 7. D major 7. So G major 7, so really an E minor over G. And then, yeah. So anyway, that's. I don't want to go through all of them. I guess I could do the solos. should I do solos? I don't know. I don't know how well I'll remember them. Anyway, if in the comments you want me to try to remember how the solos go, I can do that. So all the words I know. If somebody, man, I wish somebody would. I don't know. I can look it up. How to make the timeline have divots in it. Markers in it for each song. All the words I know. All right. There's Snow Patrol, I think. Wasn't that their name? Snow Patrol. Snow Patrol. I can't play it on here. That's the problem. I'm going to get dinged. Shut your eyes and think of someone. This is, I think, I'm quite sure that's Snow Patrol. And it's like, I don't remember how it went, but, I don't remember exactly how it went, but I haven't heard it in years, but, that's kind of, I was playing that and came up with, So E minor, it's like root flat 3, root, E minor 7, then A minor over C, so 3 2 2, same thing, but B minor over D, G over B, A over C sharp. I tend to the times we've played this live, I tend to just change this riff arbitrarily to something new, just because I don't want to hear the same one. So like last time we did like 3 4. Just some E minor, whatever E minor I grab at a time, and then like that. I kind of like that version, but that's about it. I mean, we waited, some sort of 4-chord, C chord. You never shakes, give it, D. Y'all use this D? Like C, but up, and then A sus2 over C sharp. There's that. Somebody's gonna complain about that. It's the same naming, brave naming I gave a previous one. In case you wonder, it's I'm calling it sus2, but then I'm saying it has a third. The difference is when I say I want the sus2 on top. I don't want anybody above the bass playing the third, and then the bass plays the third. Which, yes, that means altogether it's an add 9, or the previous one on the other song would have been a major 9. But this gets me what I want. This name, A sus2 over C sharp, that gets me what I want. It makes sure the band always plays what I want. This is just I don't remember how to play that. It's just a 5 to a 4, 5 to 4, 5 to 4. What is it like? I don't remember what key it's on. Oh wait, I can play my own music. Yeah, what's up now? You know what we should do? Okay, we should just sit here and listen to my music. Weird stuff. My friend Jack Sargent and I did all the bleeps and loops everywhere. So yeah, we're in E, C sharp minor, B to A, MS-20 on bass, the little random like that one. That's right, we can listen to my music. This is gonna have the lowest. This is a song to my now wife. All right, so C sharp minor. Kind of. My friend. I hear my friend Daniel Porter, keys player, Mark Lettieri's band. Daniel plays. He's been playing this shape a lot lately. I love this shape. So like you can think of it as several different things. Daniel and I have a church gig together, and it's a blast. It's freaking such a fun hang with another guitar player, Anthony Plant. Stupid Anthony. Man, yeah, Anthony Plant. We've done a couple of duo gigs where it's just we're doing acoustics, and he's on nylon string, I'm on steel, and man, I have never had my butt whipped on a gig like Anthony whipped me twice. So yeah, it sucked. So yeah, C sharp minor of some sort. C sharp. It's really an E over B. Yeah, I didn't play a C sharp, so E over B, and then. Great shape to know. I mean, look. Just that shape can be a lot of things. You're right, you cool sign, that one's not gonna work. Anyway, that's what it is. And I'm thinking F sharp over A sharp. So it's an F sharp over A sharp. So think of it like that. D. Anywhere you got this, you could raise this root to where it's, and then just let that be the only root. So I love you, C sharp minor, E over B, tie my feet, burn my eyes, like that, and then A. Also all the so back the Pog is back on this, and there is an Ottawa courtesy of an H9, and the Ottawa is barely moving. I've got the sensitivity very low, where it's just barely wiggling, where you can barely tell anything's happening, and it just adds this. To me, it's like this is a thing people don't do. Everybody uses an Ottawa to, or I sometimes do a slightly weirder thing with it, but the slightly moving Ottawa, somebody needs to do that. That's one of those things somebody should be doing. It's kind of cool. Listen to that song. This, How to Build a Hole. Okay, check it. Y'all. Inspiration. Yeah, this is interesting. 2 Deer Hunter songs are the. If you're into Deer Hunter, tune your B to A. I mentioned that in the last video. I'm playing something with a mouse there, an FM synth through my through that lexicon right there, and using this little clock button to split the octave. That's what makes it. I mean, split the chip. All right. Deer Hunter. Oh no, it's actually Atlas Sound Attic Lights is what I was when I wrote the chorus, and now these songs don't sound like them. Oh, and the drums really are Deer Hunter Helicopter. Oh, the same writer. But if you don't know Deer Hunter Atlas Sound, it's Bradford Cox. Some really great music. All right, so check this out. I guess it was there. All right, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a. Okay, actually. All right, so. By the way, if you get that, that's fine too. All right, 3, 4. Pretty dense chords here. So 9/11, 8/8/8/8/8, and you're just moving the bottom note. Then so 6, 6, 10, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Then capo 4, 8. We could analyze the chords, but really you're just going to want to know the voicing. So 4, 8, 6, 5, and then 2 4s. And then I think any chorus the chorus I don't remember how much guitar it's got. This Attic Lights. It was this song that I was listening to when I wrote this, but it doesn't. Most of these, they don't have any actual resemblance to it. It's just I was just hearing the feel of it, and I wrote a different set of chords and melody to it, right? If that makes sense. So I talk about it on one of the videos, the writing video or something. So but now, wrong note, right? Anyway. It's like a D flat major 7. Anyway, this. Oh, I didn't even play it on guitar. Okay. Charles Manson attempting to acquit himself. The song is anyway. And talking just crazy talk, right? By the end of it, I'm handling 2 versions of it with or 2 different recordings of me playing with it with a Eventide time factory. So anyway, all of the above. All of the above. I don't think there's really. Is there really guitar stuff? I don't remember what key it's in. Oh, I remember what song. All right, I was way into Deer Hunter back then. Now, if you'll listen to it, there's almost no points of intersection with this song. Again, I mean, aside from "I Thought I Could Save You," which is an accidental like an accidental amount of similarity. They're not intended to at all be the same song. I was just thinking of their production, you know, and writing more parts. I've talked about this strategy before, but writing more parts to their song. But it's like you're borrowing the sound of their drum in your head. You get to use the sound of their drums and the sound of their bass and the speed of it and stuff, and then you're just writing new chords and melody to it. It's a good little way to hack your inner producer. So so like, I think your love is half the reason. I don't remember what voicings I use, but I will say, you know what, the ending of this. Oh wait, wrong key. Mellotron. I'm not a big Mellotron guy because everybody else is. So D flat, major 7 of some sort, D flat of some sort, F sharp, A major, D flat. So 4 2 6 1. 2 5 4 major 7. My 5 was a dominant 9. 2 E over G sharp. Sorry about that. So ooh, E9, ooh, D major 7. Ooh. That's the voicing I think I use. Not with the 7 though. It's dominant chord. In the spring. So D major 7, C sharp minor 7, 4 3 2. I can't be one flat 7 till like I need. Oh yeah, I was gonna say this. The band sound that I borrowed to write the song was the Deer Hunter album nobody ever listens to, and it's the best one. It's the best Deer Hunter album. It's called Weird Era Continued. It was like a B-sides album, and the first 2 tracks and then several later are amazing. It's the best piece of work they ever did, I swear. Bradford Cox, the leader of Deer Hunter, he thinks Monomania is their best album. I do not. But I get it. I get like where he's coming from. He thinks it's perfect. I get it. That's cool. It's far from my favorite, but yeah, Weird Era Continued. Yeah, and I'm the only person who says Weird Era Continued is the best one. So grain of salt there. But the first song is like it's freaking awesome. A different key. I don't know what key it's in. Send my regards to those who suffer hopelessly. Send my who suffer hopelessly. Something like that. It's awesome. And there's like a weird tremolo vibrato thing happening. And on verse 2, I took that idea because I did want to hear that sound. So here comes verse 2. Animo wobble. There's a reason this song has a billion different sounds, right? Like there's a pedal steel in it. There's a bunch of different sounds coming and going. The meaning of the song, that it does mean the same as the meaning of the song. I know most of these things are, there's no way you would get that without the decoder ring from me, but yeah, it's there. I know it's there. I appreciate that it's there. I appreciate the detail. Yeah, but it has to do with what the song is about, which is a very grand theological statement. Actually, cosmological, theological, aesthetic statement. But that basically reduces to Thomism. I know I'm probably mostly talking to myself now. I bet it's the only song in existence about this. I bet track 9 is the only song in existence about that. Anyway, I'll get into these when I do the individual song videos. But I have a very high opinion of The Flavor of Regret, especially lyrically. I think I would put it up, Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna say unpalatable things. So, in this spring can't be wrong. Just like I need a. All right, the outro. This part. So B minor 9, G major 7, G major 9. An interesting, nice colored one. Whoops. Sunday morning we gave up when. I don't know. I might have done that one. But it's basically a G. To the trees, it's their inheritance to do it as some sort of D major 7. I'm partial to them. Ain't that like you and me? B minor 9s give a fruit that we weren't even gonna eat. As for me and my deepest want, I'm sure I've never found the thing to correspond. This is, by the way, a recurring theme in Fantasticboom. There's no way I'm not just talking to myself right now. So I'm sorry. This is extremely self-indulgent. And I apologize. You turn it off. Recurring theme is the likelihood of you finding the object of your desires here in material creation. That is what this song is about. The perfections on earth, the way something tastes, anything that you can enjoy here on earth. Like, so the taste of something is a down payment on what enjoying God himself will be like. So obviously this is coming from a Christian point of view. I can defend that as necessary. I know it doesn't come without a set of presuppositions, so I'm not trying necessarily, I'm not pretending this is going to be a convincing account of the way reality actually is, me just going through the meanings of the song. but this is what it means, what the song means. As for me and my deepest wants, I'm sure I've never found a thing to correspond. I never told you my fantasies are all that I could be content with anyone. So, now watch this. Keep this one in mind. So like let's go. Let's just say we got an E. Let's go to some unrelated. Let's say A over C sharp, right? That's going to be a big player here. So things change through this riff. So like so instead of B minor 9, it should be B minor 7. Sorry. Anyway, but basically that's it. I think I'm overlooking some detail. So, really some fairly dense chords for kind of the heaviest moment on the album. So, Meg. All right, Meg, what key is it in? I forget what that is. But there's... I love that. I don't remember what it was though. Those are the notes that so Meg. So 2 up. So anyway, that's happening in there. But I forget what's doing it. It's something backwards. I love that. I love that sound. I'm very happy with that. Something like that. Teenage Engineering OP1. And yes, I have to sit there and memorize exactly what I'm going to play. I'm not a good keys player. Very common sound. Listen to this reverb. It is stuttering. There's a stuttering to it, to that. That also was found back here on All the Words I Know in the bridge, for example. Everything's stuttering through there. I always thought that lick. I always called that my the interpol lick. So yeah, that's stuttering. Oh, and it's also all through this. It's reverb that's stuttering. It's my I mentioned this on writing stuff, on album making, whatever the video is called. Find something nobody's doing, do it to death, at least for a little bit. So that sound, there's a preset in Eventide Space or on Eventide H9. It's called Broken Glitch. That is these are modified, my slightly modified version of that preset. What's ironic is, as a now former H3000 user, they used the preset name Broken Glitch way back on the H3000, and it's a completely different thing. Very strange. Anyway, so I did that sound to death. Meg, what else? You were told, I don't think is there anything worth going over? Flavor of Regret, is there any, I can't remember if there's no guitar right there. I'm very proud of this. I wouldn't change anything about this. Lot of stuff. This album is very dense tonally. This song also, when I was recording the guitars, my space echo was dying, and it literally, the motor just quit working during the things, and it sounds really nice. And then I had it fixed way up to code, very pristine space echo, and I didn't like it anymore. So, this is all synths. Anyway, the H3000 on the vocals there. Those are my anyway. Come from you want to notice a pattern in my songs? All the 4 chords are major 7s, and I very, very often the melody is harping on that major 7. Oh, this started off as an instrumental tune. Somewhere I may have the recording of that. I don't think there's any real guitar stuff to go over that. In this tune, there's some. There's the. The bridge. Those are the best lyrics I ever wrote. Okay, that's weird. Best lyrics I ever wrote. Yeah. All right. Bring Light doesn't have. So on to 2023's huge smash hit, underwhelming commercial disappointment. Because I don't know how to do marketing and advertising and all that crap. I don't know how to do this. I'm the perfect person for a label, if any of them would be interested. It doesn't seem like they are. Except my big mouth would probably get me kicked off the label. So, yeah. Bring Light has no guitar. Okay, you don't want what love is. Some sort of 4. Oh, that actually was. So just E add 9. Yeah, exactly that voicing. E add 9. Some sort of G sharp minor, F sharp. Very simple. Now, right here. We'll talk about that in a second. Odd riff. Actually, 2 C sharp minor, whatever C sharp minor you want it to be. I'm overplaying here. Major 7. We'll talk about that here. Another 2 chord. My philosophy on chords is like I said, it's in a couple of other videos. If you're wondering why I'm overplaying and playing different things than are on there. All right. Whoops. So now I'll turn that. I've ever seen play this gets this wrong. It's a B major 7 over F sharp. They'll play an F sharp chord, and it's not. It's that. The second time, it's actually a major 7 sus2, but I can't do it on here. I've got to do it right there. So, all right. Now notice this is this. Here's why. I wrote the riff in this key. And it lays down way more reasonably. Right? But, anyway. The second time... Major 7, sus2 over G. What key am I in? Anyway, back to the original key. Is that this domesticated like way different voicings here, right? 2 than what I played on the record. 1, 5 over 7, 4 over 6, then key change. So we're in the key of E now. 6 9. You can come take your pick between whatever's left. See how everything burns with me. Feel free to take your pick between whatever's left. And then 2, same voicing we've seen multiple times today. 1, C sharp minor, 6 to the 4. All right. You are all we've got. Okay, check it. The whole middle thing, I can't show you that. I mean, it's not guitar. What? I think I had a capo on. I don't remember for sure. You may as well. It's nicer. It's probably better. So B flat over A flat, is that correct? Or like a 5 over 4. You are all we've got. You are all we've got. Whatever's between. Or was it? No, it's 3. Can't remember if it was 1 over 3, but it's 3. It's whatever you bring. 'Cause you are all we've got. I in the draft of this, I played that regular old major 7 chord there, and I made sure that I did that on the final version. You are all we've got. Same thing here. I'm finally tuned. Oh, here I'm finally tuned, and there's a 2 chord. Some needs to be a minor 9 if you're playing it by some. You know about that? I don't know who I'm waiting on to answer me, but try to avoid making your singer sing a half step above any of your notes, or let alone an octave and a half step, a flat 9. One of the things as a sideman that I pay attention to is especially if I go on a 1 or a 4 chord, if I play a major 7 of some sort, um, making sure that the singer is not singing the root of that chord. That's a big deal to me. It probably, generally people don't notice it, but I think on the 10th listen of a track they might notice it, and then after that they'll always remember. They'll always hear it. So if you ever wondered why, wait a minute, that Creed song, besides it being a Creed song, you ever wondered why you hate this? I mean, I did the first time I heard it, and that's the problem. You've got in a major 7 chord, if you get the 7 under the root, it's usually hard to pull that off in a way that doesn't sound funky, bad funky. Bridge. Remember when? Then again, I don't think I played it with a capo. I don't remember what I played. Just 1 to 3. How I dance with everything gave way. Nothing's there. So I played that because it harmonizes with the vocals. Nothing's there. So 5 sus, 3, 4. But notice obviously that's a callback to the original melody, right? You are all we've got. Or in the verse when I sing it, it's you are all flat 3, flat 3 root, flat 3 1, or if you anyway. There's a couple of ways to count that, but when it comes back around, I changed it to this. That is a common, like 5 5 2 1. That's a common refrain in my writing, and I'll tell you what it's a perpetual homage to. I'm going to tell you the story. Maybe this should be a separate video. I'll tell you. I'll put a down payment on a separate video. This video is already too long. The greatest musical moment of my entire life was in 1998, hearing City Nights by Alan Holdsworth. It changed what I thought a human being was. Like, because I just, it blew my mind that a human being could achieve what this was. But the melody is like, so like 5 2 1, and then it just keeps using that shape. I just love the sound of that. So I changed it for the intro. So nothing's there. Plus, there are multiple places where one of my influences, one of like my actual influences, that where I almost never think I'm gonna do something like it, but it's little tonal decisions, is early, not even early Mew, I guess, whatever, pre-pop Mew. Mew is this Danish band, and the Glass-Handed Kites, No More Stories, those 2 albums, and then there's one new song on their greatest hits album that's killer. And then they've done this more pop thing since then, and I haven't really been as interested. And I don't love this stuff before all that either, but before those 2 albums. But those 2 albums, major influences on me. If you haven't listened to them, I really highly recommend it. But I think, so a couple of people have said, have one Danish dude asked me if, Christopher, if I was into Mew, and then another dude, I saw a discussion they were having on the internet I wasn't even involved with. They were talking about Fantasticboom, and I was, oh, that's so nice. I was naturally interested, and one of the guys said, I wonder if he likes Mew. And I was just like, wow, man, that was from the first album, and I don't know what it is on the first album that is Mew-ish, but anyway, but I do think this section tastes like Mew in a way. One of the reasons is because there's there's these these background vocal at a part, and I really did try. I wanted the sound. There's a song off of Mew, No More Stories. It's called Macrame, something cartoon something and macrame. I don't know how you say that word. Wounds. Um, and toward the end, there's this. Oh man, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. There's like a marchy drums uh, and what's his name? The singer from you, Jonas's voice. And I think if he would do that on a song for me, I would do a third album, because that the sound of him doing that is really inspiring. It's so beautiful, and so there's these through there. But anyway, um, uh, nothing's there. Nothing's there. By the huge reverb, nothing's there. By the way, I mean, like somebody like Jason Isbell or something tells us, like most storytellers, I've never been a storyteller. I feel like this is the closest I've ever, maybe this and one other place, but the closest I've ever come to it, where I'm not just describing a static state of affairs, which is usually what I'm doing. I'm usually making an argument. I'm usually trying to convince you of something, believe it or not. We'll go through them all in that this other video series, I guess, if I do it. I mean, I'm gonna do it. But a storyteller type person can tell you, what's in the room, and you feel like you're there and whatever. And I can't do that stuff, right? But this is the closest I would get to a storyteller is I'm describing a geometry. It's stupid. It's totally nerdy. It's not as vivid, I think. But remember when I made the ground gave way, how I danced while everything gave way. Like I made our lives give way. Like the notion of someone doing so much damage that literally the ground gives way. And then I say nothing's there, because by definition, I mean, if the ground has given way, you're in, at least in my reckoning, you're probably in a nothingness. And yeah. And I mentioned this on a video that I spent way too long making sure the reverb was right on nothing's there. Big cavernous emptiness, right? Even though I know in a geometric space, what's the who am I asking? De Sitter space, yes, a place where all the energy has been spent in the universe. There would be no reflections, right? So yeah, I get it. There's no reverb, but the image, I think, is, even if physically impossible, the idea is there. Nothing's there. Huge cavernous emptiness, right? Nothing's there. Huge cavernous emptiness. The third one is me talking to you. No reverb. Nothing's there. Like, I'm warning you. That road it will not make you happy. I promise. Take my word for it. I'm talking straight to you now. Anyway, that's the idea. So. And then my lovely daughter's counting at the end. So that's the I think this, I'm in the minority here, but that's my favorite Fantasticboom piece ever. So the entire middle section feels very lucky. I don't want to. I may show you what I did later. But I think it rewards repeated listenings and later, and I mean like 9 months ago, I was listening to something that I thought, I wonder if that was playing in my head when I was writing all of it. Sorry, you are all we've got. It's No Reptiles by Everything. Highly recommended song. Beautiful song. I mean, I don't want to spoil it. It's not beautiful. It's silly. And then they lure you into something, and it's magnificent. But see if you think maybe subconsciously I was ripping off. There's a kick. In fact, I think it might be a kick and a woodblock, just like mine. So yeah, I think that's where the middle section drums and how. Anyway, All of Anything. What key is it? The I almost cut that off because it sounds silly. You know what I mean? But all right, 4. That's right. We took the guitar out. This is how I wrote it. Legitimately the nerdiest song. It's about. If I told you the lamest thing, one of my heroes, he has no business being in songs. It's this guy, Boss Von Frosten. He is the creator of the constructive empiricist movement, and really, it's probably only him. He's probably the only constructive empiricist ever. It's a type of scientific anti-realism, which scientific anti-realism basically says that you don't have good reasons for thinking that a theory's descriptions of the unobservable world are actually true, and that you never do. And Boss Von Frosten thinks that's the only thing that empiricism really is the refusal that may, I think, at one glance seem to threaten my robust religiosity, and I would tell you it doesn't, and explain it, but this is already way too nerdy. Anyway, this is about a scientific anti-realism, a realist approach to changing oneself as a person. It's super nerdy. The thing is, it's rigorously autobiographical, because when I was hurting the most and trying to change the most, this is the way I was thinking of it, because I see certain categories and everything, and I totally saw it in myself that anyway, that I don't have to find exactly what's wrong with me. What I need to find, I would be content with something that accurately predicts my behavior, and therefore enables me to change it. Anyway, so in other words, it's empirical adequacy. So this is the worst video ever. I know that. So if you've made it to 57:32, I apologize. You should get a cat or something, or get rid of some cats. I don't know. Though I will say, all right. So the voicing. Wait, what key were we in? Yeah. All right. Very capoed voicings. There's more to save the phenomena. Oh, this is so bad, so bad. Anyway. So it's like a 4. You see this pattern in my my writing? I'm sure we've skipped over 3-4 examples of it. So like a 4 major 7, E flat major 7. Then this A. Oh, what did I say? F. Why did I say A? Then so G minor. B flat major 7. Where anyway, we could go over the solo if you want. Maybe I'll do a separate video, the solos, all the solos, and maybe that'll be less boring. August and everything after. August here, I feel like, I wrote this with a different tuning, but I'm mortified to tell anybody what this is about. So basically some B flat major 7. Or some C. And then so D minor 7, but you're doing this, so it's really 2, 4, some sort of 4. And then 5. This was written I have videos. Maybe I'll start posting these old song videos while I was writing the songs. Anyway, yeah. There's nothing in that song except that. So, okay, Phosphorus Kids. I don't think there's, this did start with a guitar part. When I was writing it, it was on guitar. It was a whammy something into an auto wah. What was it? I don't play this stuff. Anyway, I don't think I play this on guitar on this, but so sin is never private. You don't know where the bodies are buried. All right, here I may have. There's a melody that I may or may not have known I was tweaking. It's a Pat Metheny song. May It Secretly Begin. It's like. I don't know what key it's in. Even without it, so, but anyway, that's kind of what I was thinking, but anyway, but there's not a ton of surprises here. Listen to this, will you? Go listen to it with headphones and think. I don't know. Think about the words. Think about what I'm saying and how it has to do with anything. Yeah. Sin is never private nor a spectacle. Watch me radiate disorder to the world. Yeah. Another part of the larger case I'm making. I wrote a decent job of arranging woodwinds. My friend Matthew Babineau played them. That's this Juno 6 into a Digitech whammy pedal, and I'm also playing the main board. I'm playing it on Juno and then moving the filter a little bit. There's all kinds of stuff. Till you weren't abandoned, run with all your might. Because that'll make it right? All right. Just, I know I'm being weird right now. I know that. So, but maybe there's a lot of intentionality in the details there. Just consider it. Go listen to it. Ask, wait, why is this odd decision being made? Does it have something to do with the lyric? That will usually give you your answers. And it's way more than people notice. And I would love it if somebody would start listening on that level, because I put way more work into this stuff than, anyway, just being honest right now. So, all right. I think from now on, our troubles will be out of sight. I know. I don't know. We saw that earlier today. The 5/4 to 4. And we saw this voicing twice, I think. I gave us all away. Yeah. Then I love these voicings, by the way. I mean, do you ever do this? Here, C, but C over G is awesome. And C over G is even more awesome when you don't even bother going above there, or maybe rather than. Well, that's not what I want. Anyway, song idea I just videoed the other night. Y'all can have it. Somebody go make a song out of it. That would be so. but that's not what I had. Oh, maybe I was playing it here. Probably that, just again. I don't know. I don't know. Trying to make up more of it. All right. Phosphorus Kids. I think that's about the whole thing, right? I mean, there's a solo. We'll deal with that later. Oh yeah, but I was with the piano solo. I really like that. Oh, you know, I'll get into this later, but oh yeah, wait, back here. Here. I hope y'all listen to that. Anyway. You and I will always be 12 in your room. It's about your, you know, what's wrong with you. You don't grow old. I mean, you don't grow up and be an adult just automatically. You grow older, but you're really just that same scared, hurt little kid. And now you're in big adult relationships. And so phosphorus, I learned this from Call of Duty. Yes. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Is a substance that bursts into flame when it hits oxygen, you know. And so I probably should have learned that in high school, but Phosphorus Kids. And there's a little play on the Toys R Us slogan, right? I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Right? We don't ever grow up. We are phosphorus kids is the idea. So you don't grow up. You grow up when you deal with your crap. When you dig in the dirt as but this is what this album's about, is digging through the dirt, and fixing it. All right, anyway. You and I will always be 12 in your room, each unconquered distance. All these things, your fantasies, your dreams, are driven by a wound. Anyway. All right, so like... I don't know how much guitar ended up playing any of this. I don't remember. Oh yeah, there is. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. What did I play there? Dang it! I skipped right through that. I forgot that was even there. Anyway, I should move on to the next one. When Nature Was a Thing. Is there guitar in When Nature Was a Thing? But that's not... I'm missing something. Those aren't the voicing. That's not it, though. Anyway, I don't know. If I missed something that you wanted to hear, Frank and Jeff, whoever is actually left, the Blue Ronin into this part, line 6 Helix on set to... Alright. Wait. Oh. Anyway, here's something y'all aren't experimenting. I'm not either. Nobody is experimenting enough with. Is the fact that the Helix devices can all have a momentary switch. I've made a couple of goofy things out of that, and I think the greatness, I think just the momentary switch as an effects device is way underutilized. So you should go come up with some ideas with that. Man, I'm telling you. And if you're decide to go down the okay, what if I want to try it with other stuff? I've already looked into what third-party momentary AV switches are, or momentary effects loop switches are. It's the what's the Layla, they have one that I would trust is probably really great. Anyway, so I just saved you a bunch of searching. So Layla, I never did buy one, but I'm dying to. But yeah, it's the ringer fuzz set to a momentary switch. I've done that a lot with the ringer fuzz over the years. By the way, when it gets the fuzz octave gets really loud, it's because I switched to the neck pickup, right? As you might, if you play with octave fuzzes before, you'd expect that. Well, on I was gonna say, I know there's this odd thing about my playing where I'll switch pickups mid lick and mid solo multiple times and stuff. I recognize that's weird. There was definitely a decision back in the day to not edit that out, to not try to make them proper. Just let it. Anyway, it's weird. It happens on most solos, I think. I'll switch. So anyway, I don't think that's quite normal mid note, but it does a cool thing, I think. When nature was a thing, I don't think it has. It's just horns and drums. Man, I need to show you the 4 and 5. This is like Gabby. I hadn't even thought about that. But I'm very sick when I sang this. I was sick on this, August and Everything After, and most of Phosphorus Kids. Oh, it's the three in a row. Okay. Because it turned out to be the perfect sound. I'd been sick anyway, and so tracking vocals was on hold. And then one day I tried it anyway. It's like, oh my gosh, this is totally the right sound. All right. You know what? The end. I don't remember what those voicings are. Dang it! Sorry. It's my friend's arch top into Tone Master Deluxe. All right, last one. Capo. You know what? Some of the songs in the corpus have an upside down drop D. That's what I call it. I don't know what to. I'm sure if it caught on, it could get a more official name, but you end up with little surprises. You ever heard that voicing? You can't have that voicing on guitar. The cool thing about it, I did this. I figured this out in like 2017. But I'm saying it's because it was right before I started tracking guitars for How to Build a Hole, and so I used this on some of the tunes. But you could still use all the shapes you already know. And yet you just get a surprise. And on occasion, yeah, it's the wrong note. It sucks, but that's what this is. So watch this. So think D minor 9, but leave the open G string. Oh, capo 5. C add 9, A minor 9. G over B, E minor, it's D. Everything was enough. You wouldn't have to win. You wouldn't have to be on 1 or 10. I wouldn't have to save the world. Their poems are veils more weighty than their words, but their actions will outlive the sun. Played this since then. So A minor 7, G, yeah, is humanity. This is not an interpersonal song. It's an anthropological song as a whole. So, I don't believe in us if the pain is not enough, if the pleasure is not enough. All right, how does that go? Hold on. We're almost done. Sing class dismissed. You guys don't have to come in tomorrow. Oh, all right, look, this sound, that's hard to explain. Listen. When she breathes, it speeds up. And notice the speed changing in it. I've got a tremolo set to the envelope, and so she could just lay into it if she wanted. Anyway, it'll speed up. So anyway, this all right, so oh yeah, 5. All right, so we talked about this, right? So over G. So 5. So apply that to, this is my C chord, right? My 4, and it's my 4. So 5 chord, 6 chord would be minor. 7 chord, I'm not gonna use it. And then what were we doing? Oh yeah, this. So 4. Sorry, 3, 2, 1. Sorry, 4. Sorry. This really is the first time I've thought about this song and like how it's constructed. So anyway, so some of them are gonna be minor, some of them are gonna be major, and I'm thinking what key I'm in. Right, 5. Island instruments, Gallo. So 2, 4, 2, 1, 5. Sorry, 5, 5, 4. 2, 1. Sorry, there. And that really is the end. Those are the one. I'm really disappointed if you haven't considered what the meaning of this might be. I mean, I think it's too obvious. I think it's too, if anything, it's just a little, yeah. You need to hear this in stereo. Headphones is better. My album goes away for a bit and then breaks in with me saying enough. Anyway. Now I'm just not. Anyway. I don't remember what the guitar part is here. Okay. Leaving us, and if the world is not enough, not my most in tune singing. There must be more to love. There's something in the mix here. There's a reason it goes for a little bit extra. And if you turn it up, you can hear it. Anyway, the song is still going. One of the things I've always been, I'll tell you the album, the reason I'm obsessed with it. So I think my 2 most urgent statements are the last song on the first album, the last song of this album, this song, right? And I'm obsessed with ending on a statement because Time's Up by Living Colour. If you've never listened, first of all, the album's great, most of it. I not all of it's my cup of tea, but the ending of it in particular, though, it's the last song of that album. It's such a magnificent, like, just yeah, dopamine. I'm gonna run through a wall. That, like, let's fix some stuff. It's really super amazing, so because of that, it's like I try to end it like that for me. So anyway, that's why things might get a little overly dramatic at the end. I don't know. So anyway, that's how to play most of the stuff. I know I skipped over random stuff. If I skipped over something that you wanted to hear, Hal and Sam, whoever's still left, can't be very many people saw it to the end. If you watch till the end, send me your address and I'll. You know what? I'll send you a T-shirt. Until I run out. I just have a bunch of T-shirts, but you got to send me your size, and it's very possible I don't have your size. So, wait, how can you say it? Ah, crap! As soon as you, you just put your size as your comment or in your comment, and the people who don't watch it to the end, whatever. But I will be needing your address. Dang it! There's got to be some way. Do you say email addresses on YouTube? mcuth@hotmail.com. Email me your size, and I'll send you a T-shirt. So yeah, but I may not have the size. So, and I don't even know how many T-shirts I got left. So yeah, tell me your backup size.